So this is just a recap for live stream 118, I believe, or is it 117? No, I believe 117 was yesterday, so it should be 118. And today was another good day in the office, and we achieved most of our objectives. So this is going to be recap 121 for a live stream 118. Yeah, that's correct. So let's talk about the losing trades first. So the losing trade we had here was gold. We went long as per our system. Price came back, had an early exit signal, and this is where I actually took a loss. I quite consider it a break even, but I took a loss, which was due to, I'm going to blame myself. I'm going to blame myself with it. Due to a mistake in terms of looking at the chart. So prices were coming down. Wanted to exit around about here on the candle. What I did was I actually exited on RTY. I actually had a long RTY at the time. Exited for minus, as you can see there, 1.5. But in fact, it was gold, so I had to go and find a gold chart. I had to load a gold chart, did all these sort of things on to get this actual window back up to exit the position. By the time I get back, I believe that it actually hit my stop. Oh, it actually closed, but it's pretty much closed where my stop would have been. I think I saved like 2 ticks. So that was very disappointing. I was somewhat annoyed. I got back into the RTY trade, but we'll address that later on. Second trade I took was another trade here on gold, and I believe it was a short. Yes, it was a short on gold, and the problem was because after I had to create a chart, the contract size was down to 1 contract. I only realized it once price got down towards the target. Wanted to wait for price to get back to the original position to reshort it, and because of an indicator I had on, it attached the order to the indicator, automatically filled me, gave me a really bad fill with the 49 contracts, bringing me all the way down here when it should have been up at 29. The original trade with 1 contract came down to the 21.8, which was where my target was, and I wasn't triggered, so it needed to get down to 21.7. It hit 21.8 perfectly, and that happened to be the low. Price came back. I continued to hold the position. Then through here, I noticed there's a bit of a correlation between the equity indexes, so your YMs, NQs, RTYs, and gold. And what I did was I thought, well, if that's going to be the case and I'm long on all of these indexes, I might as well exit and save myself some profit. The original stop was up at 35, exited around the 28.7, so took a bit of a loss there. So 24, so we lost 35 and 24 there. No, not 35, 32 and a half, and the 24 there on gold. So let's go to the RTY. So the RTY, that was closed as a mistake due to pretty much clicking the X here and not realizing, because I traded around about the 2000 level, both RTY and gold. So this is 2400 and this is around 2000. So but anyway, the mistake there. So got back in on RTY, hit target there, waited for the pullback, got an entry to go long. The target originally is up at, this isn't in chronological order, the target was originally up at 87.2. I got in, suffered through this pullback. Didn't like the fact that price came to break even quite a bit after this bullish candle. Saw prices on the ES and NQ were stalling a little bit, so decided to exit before the target of 87.2. Exited for 17,750. So it's about 17 points, near almost 18 points. Got back in because it wasn't part of the plan. Saw prices chopping around here, so decided to exit again at 5.25. And what I wanted to do was, after this candle seemed like it was going to break out, I wanted to get back in around about 82. Price just never came back from the breakout and actually hit the original target of 87.2. So the original re-entry trade, so this trade and the re-entry trade would have worked out perfectly. If I would have held the trade, it would have pretty much realized all the profits. So there was 10 points or so that I left on the table. but I'm okay with that. I'm okay to leave 10 points on the table on my second best day. So we picked it up, and there we were. So that was it for RTY. On YM, let's see. On YM, we had a setup here at 39,000 to go long. I didn't go long because I was a bit concerned about the weakness early on that I saw in RTY, not RTY, in NQ and ES. So I was a bit afraid of taking the long trade here on YM. Trade would have worked out perfectly. The target was at 215, as we can see. 215 was hit. Prices traveled a hell of a long way above that as well. I got a secondary entry. Decided to take the secondary entry. Target was all the way up at the previous highs a day, I believe. Yes, the highs a day at 396. And as we can see, we took our profits, full profits, picked up 41,250 there on YM. We've already done RTY. On ES, we got a true primary setup, and we took that primary setup. So we got a long, and we can see here we picked up 875. So we took a long, and our target was hit all the way up at 316.50. So that was just the one trade there. On NQ, I believe we took one trade again. Yes, no, two trades on NQ. So on NQ, we took a long here. Why did we exit? I'm not sure why there are multiple trades here. Oh, I know. I think I know why. So I took the first trade. Price went into my favor. I believe I took profits because I thought prices would pull back. Oh, I know what it is. So I took profit, and what I wanted to do was see price pull back to this white line here at 266 to then go long for the original target up at 380.75, right? So what I did was wanted to do that, saw the price action, saw prices rallied all the way to the 40s. I thought getting out at the 316s, 315, 16s wasn't the correct decision. Price came down towards the 12s. I got back in, had to suffer through this pullback. Thought I would be stopped out because the price came pretty close to my stop. Price turned around off the 200 period moving average and the VWAP, came all the way up and hit my target. So those two trades was pretty much just one trade, but two different entries. I actually got a bit of price. So exited 16s, got in 12s, and across the two trades. So we've got 69 there and 65. So that's what we picked up there. And that's pretty much it. That's why we ended up with our 268.933, which is our second best day ever, really. So we'll have a look at our trade performance. Let's get my trade performance up here. Let's generate trade performance. So as you can see on trade performance, we drew down all the way down at 30. Is that the correct date? Yes, it is. The 6th of August. We can see there's our drawdown, 35,165. As we can see here, slowly dug ourselves out of a hole, and we finally going to end up started trading. Entry times started trading about 10:14 Eastern Standard Time. And as we can see, these are just our entry times. Our last entry was around 1:05 Eastern Standard Time. There's our total P&L corresponding with this equity curve, and that's pretty much it. Overall, I suppose I could look at the summary page. It's not something I pay attention to, but here we are. There's our profit factor, because I think we did small losing trades. Let's see, average winning trade, average losing trade, slightly bigger. It's only 1.2. Largest win 60, largest loss 23. Definitely the kind of stuff we want to see. And all this doesn't really make, it's not really what I pay attention to. I primarily pay attention to this. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Good luck trading and have a great day.